be a new wood, you'd certainly want to protect as much of that as you can.
What you got over there, Ron? Got some salt?
Boy, this is some groceries, I'm telling you about.
That's good.
Thank you, sir. We tried.
Make my life worthwhile.
Deep fry this little bird today.
George, you got a nice big one. Where'd you catch that?
It's time for Down Home in the Tri-States with your host, Ron Jones. If it's farming, gardening, information, or just plain interesting, you can catch it all right here on Down Home in the Tri-States.
Good morning, glad to have you with us on Down Home in the Tri-States. I'm Ron Jones, your host, and we're on every Saturday morning at 5:30. If you've never seen this program, right here on News 13 Wmbb, and we certainly do appreciate you watching this program, doing business with our sponsors. That's what keeps us going, folks. And if you enjoy this program, you like to watch it every Saturday morning, by all means do business with our sponsors and tell them where you saw their advertisement. I want to remind you today's the big day. Mason Auction and Sales Incorporated will be in Opp, Alabama at 127 Adams Road. And it starts at 9 o'clock with rival auctions, auctioning off 106 divided acres. Has a barn, 12-acre lake, man, just all kind of stuff. That's a beautiful piece of property. But that's going to be right there at the 127 Adams Road. That's Highway 331 frontage and everything. And at 10 o'clock, following that auction, is going to be the dispersal of Bob Williams equipment, plus some consignments they're going to have there by the Mason Auction and Sales Company. And that's, boy, they got a lot of stuff. You'll see the spot coming up in the show today. But that's just, brochure is just full of stuff, man. Y'all don't want to miss this. So after you watch the program today, go get you some breakfast, get in the car and the truck or whatever you drive and take off, man. Go to 127 Adams Road in Opp, Alabama. All right. Wanted to remind you also about the big frozen vegetable and fruit sale that Main Street Market had last Saturday. A lot of people there. Met a lot of people that watched the show. And if you want to get in on this thing now, give them a call. The number's on the screen there. They'll send you one of these cards. It's got everything on there, you know, and the numbers to call to order it. And it's got everything on there that you want to order, how many pounds it is and everything. So call Paul Davidson and tell him you want one of these cards, okay? And you'll know exactly what you're doing, okay? Had a lot of people there. Also met Johnny and Ron and Johnny Thames. They're from Freeport. They watch the show every Saturday. They go over there and shop, and they saw where we're going to have the frozen vegetable sale, and they came over and got in some frozen vegetables. Folks, this is Johnny Thames. She is from Freeport.
Yes.
Her and her husband came over here today. In fact, he's going across the street over there. To the car, I guess, but they
to load up the groceries we buy.
And you're here for the frozen food sale.
The frozen food sale is along with the fresh foods. We came last week, bought the fresh foods. We were told about the frozen foods, so we ordered that, and we're trying it today for the first time.
Good. And you're from Freeport?
Yes, sir.
John, I certainly appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you watching.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Folks, this is Ron.
Hello there.
This is Johnny Sutton. Also spoke with Bill McNeil. He came up from Panama City. Bill's he's a cast net maker. We're going to do a little story with him one day. But Bill has been doing this for a long time. He's 77 years old, I think he told me. So y'all look forward to that. And good morning to you, Ron and Johnny Thames and Bill McNeil. We certainly do appreciate y'all speaking with us that day. Well, I want to tell you real quickly about this advertisement I've been hearing on the radio. It says, call 1-877 319-MY-TV, 1-877-319-MY-TV. I'm going to encourage you not to do that because of one thing I heard in there. And it said, you can do this with that, you can do that, you know. If you got cable, drop that and get this, call us and everything. So you can even skip the commercials and everything. Folks, that ain't good. The commercials is what pays for this show, you know. And I don't want people skipping past the commercials, you know. That's why they advertise, so people can see it. So I want to encourage you not to participate in 877-319-MY-TV. If you hear about it, tell them you don't want no part of it, okay? If you watch this program, tell them you don't want no part of that because they encourages people to skip commercials, and that's what this business is made of. Any TV station, any show like this, made out of commercials. You know, you wouldn't see anything on if it wasn't for the commercials. You know, so you can't get mad at the commercials, but that's ridiculous. You know, y'all shouldn't do that. Now I'm off my soapbox. Okay. Whew. Boy, that gets me steamed up. I hate people that I don't like to say that I hate people, but I hate that kind of attitude, that kind of advertising where they say, skip the commercials, skip right through the commercials. Well, you know, what if they've been doing that with something else? You wouldn't have seen their commercial, you know. Anyway, I got to get off of that. Today on the program, Alto Carroll, several months ago, covered a thing that's called Florida Civil War Heritage Trail. And that was that's in Woodville, I believe. It's south of Tallahassee. Real good program. This is a nice book. Y'all can get one of these things too. It's got full of stuff here. But Alto went down and visited with his daughter and the grandkids and things, and they went to see this, and he shot a lot of good footage, and that's what we're going to have on today. So I hope you enjoy it as much as I have putting it together, and it's really interesting, and it's our heritage, folks. It's our heritage. It's our heritage, okay? Y'all watch this. We'll be right back in just a minute with Down Home in the Tri-States.
Get ready for the time of your life. Laugh till your innards can't stand it no more. Savor the taste of fresh, cooked delicacies. The kids will go bazonkers over the free rides and attractions. Yep, it's time for the 45th Annual Possum Festival. Mark it down on the fridge. Friday, August 2nd at the Possum Palace in Wausau, Florida kicks it all off with the Possum King and Queen contest. It's a hoot-tootin' belly full of laughs. And the next day, Saturday, August 3rd, the parade starts at 10 a.m. on Main Street. That's Possum Lane, Highway 77. Then all hay breaks loose at the Possum Palace all day long. If you ain't never been to the Possum Festival, you ought to be kicked. Come one, come all. We promise you and the youngest will have the time of your life. Just take Highway 77 south of I-10 and north of Panama City until you smell fresh possum cooking. If you need more directions, just ask somebody. If you need information now, call 850-638-1781. It's going to be a hootin', rootin', tootin' good time at the Possum Festival for 2014 in Wausau, Florida. Bulletin. Today is the day. Mason Auction Company's dispersal of Bob Williams equipment. That's right, everything will be sold to the highest bidder. Farmall Cub, backhoe, Massey Ferguson tractor, Kubota tractor, Ford F-350, Chevy C50 with dump, 20-foot stock trailer, calf chute, cattle panels, feeders, four-wheel buggy, 18-row spreader, and so much more, plus many consignments. Folks, the list is just too numerous to read. Also, Rival Auctions will be auctioning off 106-plus acres divided with large metal barn that includes living quarters with large event kitchen with HVAC, 12-acre lake, septic tanks, US 231 frontage, and more. Gerald, Chad, and Todd Mason promise this to be one you do not want to miss. After the Down Home in the Tri-State show, head for 127 Adams Road, Opp, Alabama. Land auction at 9 a.m. Central with equipment auction following starting at 10 a.m. Mason Auction Company, bringing you quality, world-famous auctions for nearly 50 years. Hurry, today. Don't miss out on these fantastic bargains. 127 Adams Road, Opp, Alabama, today.
What about 1750? 17, double bill down to $2,000, down to $2,000.
I'm down here just south of Tallahassee, Woodville, Florida. They're having a battle of the natural bridge here today. Battle during the Confederate War. They have a lot of stuff going on here today. Different arts and crafts, and they're going to have a battle reenactment after dinner. One of the cannons, I imagine they'll be firing off here after a while. I don't know if it's going to be that one or one like it. But this is where one of the ladies sleeps at night while they kind of camped out here.
Yep.
She, it's just like the old days. We don't get up and make beds anymore, you know. Nobody gonna come visit us. But it's where she sleeps at night. And this lady right here beside him, it says hers is on down farther down here.
Do you want to show?
This is this lady's.
My husband's going to show you.
Campsite. Yours is more the old time.
Ours is more the.
But the kids have got all their regular stuff inside.
Ours is older.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is more like my house.
Yeah, this is with the teenagers of it. It explodes all over.
There's their beds. Of course, somebody look like they sleep on the ground, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Where are you from?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. You come out to this every year?
This is actually our first year coming out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Our friend Miss Barbara that has the other tent over there invited us down for this one.
Okay.
And we were up at a lusty, like my wife said, we were at a lusty last weekend.
This is the first time I've been. My daughter lived in Crawfordville, and she gonna come in a little bit, and we gonna take this in today. This is a monument they got erected here at the Natural Bridge. This is where the reenactors are camping out. Just like the old days were during the Civil War.
Wore out.
Very good. Where are you from?
Born and raised right here.
Born and raised here at Woodville.
That's right.
Yes.
This is home.
You do this every year?
About 37.
37 years of it, huh? Yeah.
I got out of the service on February 28th, 1978. First weekend of March, I was right here when they had that first battle.
Is that right? Well, what's your name?
Alan Gerald.
Alan Gerald.
My great-granddaddy donated part of the park here.
Oh, is that right?
State, back in 1922 when they erected the big monument there.
Right, yeah. But does the bridge still exist?
The natural bridge, yes.
Yeah.
What it is the sink comes in. The river comes in down and goes underground.
Okay.
It appears as a series of sinks for about 3/4 of a mile. That thing was in 1837, and then again in the 1890s they came in and tried to open it up and make a canal through there. In the 1890s they used dynamite, and they blew up a lot of the places down there, and who knows what sinks they might have created between here and there. But they did open it up. They built a dam up the river and cut all the trees, floated them into that. My great-granddaddy was a cook up there on the timber creek, but they brought all the trees in where they had it dammed, and they broke the dam, and they just floated them right on through.
Well, why did they want to blow up the bridge?
They wanted to be able to make a canal all the way through.
Oh, okay.
In the 1830s, they were using German indentured servants and Indian slave labor. And the German indentured servants came up, looked at all them rocks, and laughed at them and left. Had too much rock to move.
That's right.
Dixie, will you sing? How much is that hound dog in the winter? I do hope that flea bag for sale. Come on, Dick. Come on. How much is that hound dog in the winter? Come on, Dick. The one with the long mangy tail.
Main Street Market in Chipley is this area's headquarters for top quality livestock and pet feed. Paul Davidson and Main Street Market carries only the best and most freshest feed you'll find anywhere in the Tri-States area. Cattle feed, dog feed, horse feed, rabbit feed, goat feed, chicken feed. From top quality Seminole, the preferred feed for show animals, to FRM, Tucker, and more. To roll hay and baled hay, Main Street Market on the corner of Highway 90 and 77 in Chipley, Florida has it all. Main Street Market is also your fresh and frozen vegetable and fruit outlet, plus deer cord and pine straw. Main Street Market, tell them old Ron sent you. Where are the places you're most likely to encounter a tough, rugged, aggressive, yet gentle rhino?
Up and down the rivers and lakes, everywhere that I go, people are doing double takes, checking out my rhino. No doubt about it, it's the very best. Even my mother-in-law is impressed. Now you know what I know, make your boat a rhino.
Have you got water problems? Pump won't pump? Do you need answers and solutions, but you don't want the runaround and you want someone honest? Well, have no fear, folks. Do what I did. Call the man, Water Dan. Dan Dubose will take care of your problem.
Hello, folks. This is Water Dan. I work on submersible pumps, jet pumps, do repairs and upgrades, anything to do with an existing water well. I would appreciate it if you call.
Call the man, Water Dan. He'll take care of your water problems. 850-535-9308. 535-9308. Folks, you know why people from Washington, Jackson, Holmes, Bay County, you know why they call Water Dan? Because Dan Dubose knows what he's doing. Y'all give him a call.
This is one of the sinkholes that water comes out of and creates the St. Marks River. Another one here on the other side of the road that got boiling water out of it. On down ahead here is what they call the natural bridge. It's not a bridge, it's not an overhead bridge, not a steel structure. It's just a natural crossing of the upper part of the river. Between me and that van there is a natural bridge, because there's a sinkhole there. Water runs under this road and it comes out on this side, joins up with these other sinkholes and goes on down into the St. Marks.
You know those straw hats with the little colored band around them? I got
Massachusetts being the very first nation of our union to endorse the idea of Negro troops. Imagine the pride and the prestige of those that were former slaves to now don the Union blue, the U.S. on their buckles and the eagles on their buttons, manifesting a wealth of pride and patriotism toward our union.
This is Jenna Cross. Going over where her little brother is, Ian, and her daddy, Justin Cross. That's Cindy Cross right there. Now this is a natural bridge. The water goes under this road here, flows out to the other side. Here comes the reenactors going out to the battlefield.
Right, fire, right! Right. Mark!
Am I out of the way? I'm doing pretty good. That was so good. Other than that, I stepped on the power box for each day. Just now, feeling inside, the outside. Oh, yes, I know.
Up on red! Mark!
They're having prayer out there now.
They're just down
you need metal roofing cut to fit but don't have time to wait 4 or 5 days or a week, you need to come to Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. It's as simple as bringing your truck or trailer to Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. Just tell them how much and how long, and they'll make it happen. Metal roofing is made on the spot, on the site. They can even make ridge cap, drip edge, flashing. Whatever you need, they'll make it. Get the lowest prices. Galvaluma $1.30 a foot. Hidden colors available at a low $1.89 a foot. Folks, you won't find this low price anywhere in the Panhandle on metal roofing. Are you worried about your motorhomes and tractors and equipment and campers sitting out in the rain, hot sun, and freezing cold just running? Need some cover? Surplus and Salvage has pole barn kits for anybody's budget. Surplus and Salvage of Chipley has the lowest prices on pole barn kits in the Panhandle. In-stock kits from 24 by 24 to 32 by 60. Or just tell them what size you want and they'll make it happen. Most popular 24 by 36 is a low $19.99. And that covers a lot of equipment, folks. If you need it, they got it at Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. Highway 90 west of Highway 77, 850-638-7353. Surplus and Salvage of Chipley. Get ready for the time of your life. Laugh till your innards can't stand it no more. Savor the taste of fresh, cooked delicacies. The kids will go bazonkers over the free rides and attractions. Yep, it's time for the 45th Annual Possum Festival. Mark it down on the fridge. Friday, August 2nd at the Possum Palace in Wausau, Florida kicks it all off with the Possum King and Queen contest. It's a hoot-tootin' belly full of laughs. And the next day, Saturday, August 3rd, the parade starts at 10 a.m. on Main Street. That's Possum Lane, Highway 77. Then all hay breaks loose at the Possum Palace all day long. If you ain't never been to the Possum Festival, you ought to be kicked. Come one, come all. We promise you and the young'uns will have the time of your life. Just take Highway 77 south of I-10 and north of Panama City until you smell fresh possum cooking. If you need more directions, just ask somebody. If you need information now, call 850-638-1781. It's going to be a hootin', rootin', tootin' good time at the Possum Festival for 2014 in Wausau, Florida. Bulletin. Today is the day. Mason Auction Company's dispersal of Bob Williams equipment. That's right, everything will be sold to the highest bidder. Farmall Cub, backhoe, Massey Ferguson tractor, Kubota tractor, Ford F-350, Chevy C50 with dump, 20-foot stock trailer, calf chute, cattle panels, feeders, 4-wheel buggy, 18-row spreader, and so much more, plus many consignments. Folks, the list is just too numerous to read. Also, Rival Auctions will be auctioning off 106-plus acres divided with large metal barn that includes living quarters with large event kitchen with HVAC, 12-acre lake, septic tanks, US 231 frontage, and more. Gerald, Chad, and Todd Mason promise this to be one you do not want to miss. After the Down Home in the Tri-State show, head for 127 Adams Road, Opp, Alabama. Land auction at 9 a.m. Central with equipment auction following starting at 10 a.m. Mason Auction Company bringing you quality world-famous auctions for nearly 50 years. Hurry, today. Don't miss out on these fantastic bargains. 127 Adams Road, Opp, Alabama, today.
What about 1750? 17, double the bill, down to $2,000, down to $2,000.
What's more important in a side-by-side RTV? Is it speed and agility, or is it versatility and dependability? When getting out of the woods is more important than getting into the woods, there is only one name to remember: Kubota. With true commercial-grade construction in the chassis and drivetrain, Kubota gives you the dependability, power, and torque you need to get the job done. Kubota builds work tools, not play toys.
Did you see that 30 can in the fire? They're not, I don't think they're shooting the bullets. So when they're not shooting. Yeah. Okay. Over to your left, too.
Okay.
Yep. There's only 3 going on.
Check your cartridges.
This is Al Hartman. He's from Quincy, Florida, and he's the colonel over this brigade of people, I you call it.
We're reenacting the Battle of Natural Bridge, where the Union tried to come across from St. Mark's, across the Natural Bridge. They had the first battle in Newport, but they couldn't get across the bridge there, so somebody told them about this bridge here, that's the Natural Bridge, where the river goes under the road. And the Confederacy found out about it, and they brought troops in, reinforced it, and they kept the Union from coming across, which made Tallahassee the only Confederate capital east of the Mississippi not to be taken by the Union in the war.
How about?
But a lot of people don't realize they weren't here to capture Tallahassee in the first place. They wanted to go to Thomasville because there was a prisoner of war camp there.
Yeah, I did.
And they wanted to free the prisoners. Well, little did they know that that prisoner of war camp had already been disbanded and those men were moved, and they didn't know it.
Oh.
So they were getting ready to go to Thomasville for nothing, really. It happened almost about this time, the first weekend in March every year we celebrated, but it was March 6th was the original battle.
Yes.
But the Confederacy held them off and drove the Union back, and they went back and got on their boats and left.
Well, good talking to you, Colonel. And
all right, and hope you come back for next year, because it's the 105th, and there will be a lot of people here next year. I mean, 10 times what you're seeing here this year.
Well, I'll try to come back. Sure will.
Have you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Left, 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 right, left.